Hello everyone, welcome to the Voice of East Turkestan podcast program produced by Center for East Turkestan National Interest. I am Rukiye Turdush. I'm not going to interview anyone today, or I'm not going to be interviewed by somebody, but I'm going to talk about China's several false claims. In fact, East Turkestan's history was manipulated and distorted by China to advance its claim that East Turkestan is inseparable part of China, and to advance its false claim that this territory was not nation state when China occupied. By saying that, China want to justify their legal ownership to East Turkestan. Sadly, the international community and the media, following this distorted history and defining Uyghurs and East Turkestanian people with false identity that created by China, such as China's Uyghur Muslims, China's Uyghur minority, China's Muslim minority, and not supporting Uyghurs who want to regain their independent country from China, and seeing them as a separatist, exactly like China, seeing them as a separatist, as if they are separating the China's territory. In fact, East Turkestan never had been part of China until Chinese Communist State, PRC, established in 1949. Manchu Empire, before the Chinese Communist State's colonization of East Turkestan, Manchu Empire colonized East Turkestan. An invasion of East Turkestan of Manchu Empire took place in 1750s, a short period, and again in 1877. That was the time period when the Manchu invaded in East Turkestan, and this was over 200 years after they invaded China in 1644. So Manchu Empire and China is totally different two empire. The Manchu Empire controlled the Beijing, which was capital city of the Chinese Ming Dynasty, and referred to the Ming Dynasty's territory as China and the Han people in this territory as Chinese. Even though Manchu rulers interchangeably used Manchu or Qing mean to China, however, territory of Manchu was not only belonged to Han Chinese people. Only the Ming Dynasty's territory was home of the Han Chinese people. But China claimed that East Turkestan, Mongolia, or Tibet, all of the Manchu colonized territory was belonged to China. And they claim that East Turkestan belonged to China since ancient time, since Han Dynasty, the Chinese Han Dynasty. It's true that Chinese Han Dynasty they were exist from 202 BCE to 9 CE, a short period of time. They colonized and captured East Turkestan's very small portion, just the Turpan area, is not total region of East Turkestan. The Manchu invasion of East Turkestan in 1877 was not the colonization of stateless land without nation also, but the invasion of Kashgaria state. Kashgaria state was East Turkestanian People's State. It was recognized by Ottomans and the British. After the invasion, Manchu Empire changed the name of the region to Xinjiang, which means colony in Manchu dictionary. East Turkestan Republic, after the Manchu collapse, established twice by the East Turkestanian people in 1933 and 1944. Latest East Turkestan Republic established 5 years before the People's Republic of China's establishment and their invasion to East Turkestan. So China's claim of East Turkestan is inseparable part of China, and East Turkestan was formally incorporated into China since Han Dynasty, ancient times, all are total lie. PRC also claimed that Xinjiang was peacefully liberated by People's Republic of China in 1949. This is also a fabricated story to deny China's invasion and to hide China's colonization. If East Turkestan is truly peacefully liberated, why did China impose military control and establish Xinjiang Production and the Construction Corps in East Turkestan as a major strategic armed force between 1955 and 1966? And that major strategic armed force still exist until today, and their population, those civil soldiers population, is more than 2 million, and they established almost kingdom in East. When they entered East Turkestan, it's not peaceful at all. In fact, Chinese General Wang Jin invaded East Turkestan with 70,000 troops, and more than 170 Han Chinese soldiers entered soon after as part of Xinjiang Production and Construction Corps. So if this is peaceful liberation, why they came to East Turkestan with troops and armed soldiers? Besides, the people of East Turkestan had already liberated most of the East Turkestan, most part of the East Turkestan from Chinese warlords following the collapse of Manchu Empire and established East Turkestan Republic. So PRC liberated East Turkestan from who? Chinese nationals warlords who were defeated in East Turkestan by the East Turkestan Republic Army peacefully surrendered to the People's Republic of China during the PRC's invasion to the East Turkestan. This does not mean a peaceful liberation of East Turkestan by the PRC, as the National Defense Forces of East Turkestan Republic Army refused to be surrendered. Only those Chinese nationals warlords who are already defeated by the East Turkestan National Defense Army will become peaceful surrender to the PRC, not the East Turkestanian Army. Historical records and the telegrams between Mao Zedong and Stalin shows that how Stalin urged Mao to invade East Turkestan and provide military aid. So PRC, backed by Stalin, and collaborate with these Chinese nationals, warlords, who were already defeated by East Turkestanian Republic Army and become surrendered to the PRC, carry out an armed invasion to East Turkestan. Because of China's armed invasion, 150,000 resistance fighters were killed at that time. These resistance fighters were primarily members of the National Defense Forces of the East Turkestan Republic. These statistics, announced by the Urumqi radio in 1952, stated that the PRC successfully eradicated rebellious groups. In fact, these rebellious groups are East Turkestanian people who fought against the PRC's invasion. So in 1949, China officially invaded East Turkestan, and this is not something peaceful liberation of East Turkestan. And it's a total lie, fabricated history. Stay tuned. In next program, I'll talk about China's another lie. And I'll argue that how PRC rejects the legitimacy of the East Turkestan Republic and describe them revolution of the three districts. Thank you.